Hi and welcome back to the channel.
Yeah, hi everyone, welcome back. A massive hello also to all of the new subscribers to our channel, because it's gone a bit ballistic this
Certainly
last
has,
month.
yeah.
I think we've had more than 700 subscribers this last 28 days.
And we're knocking on the door of 9,000 subs, which is amazing.
It is amazing, really, because we only set this channel up really to sort of capture some of our travels in the caravan to show our kids and grandkids. And none of them are really interested anyway, are they? It's just all of you that are interested.
They do their own thing, don't they?
So yeah, welcome back. And if you are a new subscriber, stick with us, whatever you do. And if you're watching for the first time, so I'm Dave and that's Helen. And somewhere knocking about, is Bella in here?
Yeah.
She's generally always asleep. Wherever we are, Bella is there, but she's always asleep. We get asked quite a bit what sort of breed she is, don't we?
She's Tibetan Terrier.
Yeah, Tibetan Terrier.
They're not actually a true terrier, it seems. Very loyal little dog. She's a really good dog. And we rehomed her. We've only had her for a couple of years, haven't we?
Yeah. She's just asleep most of the time, but wherever we go, she goes, like I say. And she's a really good watchdog, which is what Tibetan Terriers are.
Especially when the Amazon man comes, which is quite frequent.
Most days of the week, the Amazon man comes.
Yeah.
Anyway, what we're doing in this video is we're going to try and answer a lot of the questions, or certainly some of the questions that we get from you guys. We get questions all the time, don't we?
We do.
You know, we get lots of lovely comments in the videos, and we love it. So if if you're watching, whatever you do, leave a comment. We love the comments, and we answer every single one that we get. And if you've got any questions that you want to ask us for any future videos, then either pop them in a comment below, or you can send us an email to caravantastic@hotmail.com. That's caravantastic@hotmail.com, and it's on the screen now. So, without a doubt, I think the most popular question that we're getting at the moment is, how's Helen getting on with her shoulders and arms and aches and pains? You've got a bit of an update on that, haven't you?
Well, yeah, we've learned a lot more now. Both shoulders are affected. The left shoulder is worse, considerably, isn't it?
Yeah.
The tendon is severed, so it's broken in half, and I have osteoarthritis in both.
Both shoulders.
In the joint, there's no gap. It's just touching bone on bone.
Yeah.
So the long and the short of it is, I need a shoulder replacement. Certainly in the left, with investigations on the right. And there's a 2-year list, isn't there? Waiting list.
2-year waiting list on the NHS. We went to see this sort of local specialist, who's
Top guy,
one of the top guys in the UK. He would perform your operation on the NHS, and he said it would take 2 years, and this left shoulder would have to have absolutely got to be replaced. That's the only fix. And 2-year wait, or you can get it done privately in May. And that's going to cost...
Just one downfall. It's 20 grand.
20,000... Say it fast, it doesn't sound too bad. 20,000 quid.
Might have to sell the caravan.
No, we're not selling the caravan. No. I'll get you a new shoulder.
A caravan or a shoulder?
Yeah. I might have to go back out to work again at some point in the future. Yeah, so £20,000, and then we're waiting to see exactly what's required on this shoulder.
It's not quite as bad, that shoulder.
It's not as bad.
It's very similar.
But it's still full of osteoarthritis, and it's not going to get better on its own.
You see, I had a lot of horses when I was a bit younger, and perhaps it's down to something.
All your horse riding
like
days.
That. Heavy work with them. I don't know.
Maybe.
So it's certainly impacting on the quality of my life and things I can do. I can't drive.
You can't do anything.
Can't really wash my hair. Can't.
No. It's a good job I'm not at work, really, because I don't know what we'd do.
I don't know what we'd do then in that case.
At the moment, Helen can't lift her arms. Her right arm she can lift a bit up here, just about here. But
yes, this one.
But left arm can't lift that at all. Can't carry anything heavy. Can't even lay on your shoulders, can you?
No, just sleep's a problem.
Right, so let's answer some of the questions then that we've been getting. These are not in any particular order, and some of these questions go back quite a way. But some people have actually asked us, why don't you do the odd live video from time to time? We tried a live very early on in our
it was a bit
caravan.
Stressful, wasn't it?
It was stressful. We didn't have the kit that we've got now. We've got kind of much better kit. I wouldn't mind doing a live, or attempting to do a live from one of the sites that we're on. So maybe when we've got somewhere,
that might be interesting.
Have a little wander around the site live and show it you as it's happening. So we might try that. Let us know what your thoughts are if you think that's something that you'd be interested to watch. Right, so no particular order. First question I've got here is, why did you choose a caravan over a motorhome?
Well, I always wanted a caravan.
I always wanted a motorhome.
Since I lived with my mum and dad at home, my neighbour had one. And I used to see them hitch it up and go off, and I used to think, that would be a great idea. You could get different views every day, different destinations. It really appealed to me.
Yeah.
But the appeal for me is the fact when you get there, you can unhitch it and you've got your car. So you can use the surrounding area, you can go and view that, see what they've got, visit interesting places, go to the shops. You don't have to stock it right up beforehand. And that just kind of works for me.
Yeah, and I never wanted a caravan. I thought caravans were for old people. Are we old? I thought caravans were for old people, and you know, we sort of over our 40 odd years of marriage, 43, 44 years of marriage, 44 this year.
Can't remember breaking how
many mirrors is that? 7?
Every year we have.
Can't remember breaking 7 mirrors. But anyway, we've had some lovely holidays over the years. We've been to many parts of the world abroad. Our holidays used to be maybe 2 or 3, certainly 2 holidays abroad a year. One would almost certainly be to Spain, because I've been going there since I was a little kid. Family got some property out there, and then we used to spend quite a bit of time in the Caribbean, didn't we? Grenadines and stuff like that. Absolutely loved it. Spent a fortune, all over in a fortnight. And then as I approached retirement, I got it in my head that a motorhome would be great, because we could get in the motorhome and just travel all around Europe and stuff. And my sister bought a motorhome, didn't she?
Yeah.
And we met them on a site in Norwich. And we sat outside with a barbecue, and the sun was shining, the birds were singing, rabbits running around, having a beer. And I never felt so relaxed
you were
in
still
my
at work
life.
then,
Still working.
Yeah.
It was a Sunday, I'll never forget it. And I felt so relaxed. And when it was time to leave, because we had to go and visit our son in Norwich, I didn't want to go, didn't I?
No.
So I don't want to go. I'm really doing nothing, and just sat here was just fantastic. So the next morning, I used to work from home quite a bit, and that gave me freedom to pretty much work whatever hours I wanted to work. And I said to Helen, should we have a ride out to our local sort of caravan motorhome dealer? Yeah. And you said, what ever for? I said, we're going to have a little look at motorhomes and caravans. So we did, and we had a little look. And to cut a long story short, we bought a caravan the same day, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
And the reason I chose a caravan over a motorhome was not just because Helen has got a heavy influence over me. Not just because of that. It was because my sister and her husband had the most amazing motorhome, just for all the reasons you mentioned. They were just stuck all the time.
Yeah.
And without a lift or a bike, they couldn't get anywhere. Now, we've got a lot of people that watch this channel that are motorhomers, and they'll disagree with some of this. But, you know, it's whatever...
Ticks the boxes for you.
Whatever ticks your boxes. I like motorhomes still, and I think a motorhome to go travelling around Europe,
yes, that would be different,
or a massive tour of the UK might be good. But for what we do, a caravan works better.
Do you know what? Also, though, some motorhomers, they might not like the thought of towing such a long caravan with a car, because you are quite a big outfit then, aren't you?
It is. I mean, our caravan and car combined, the outfit is as long as some lorries on the road, isn't it?
Yeah.
And for some people that can be quite daunting. But let me tell you, I've never towed ever until 7 years ago when we got the caravan. I've never had any instruction. Helen has; she's been on the course, but I've never had any instruction on towing, and I've never had a problem towing a caravan.
No.
And I suppose reversing is the biggest challenge.
That's the hardest thing. Yeah.
But with practice, that is easy. With practice, you just got to practice, like everything. So you get a motor mover, and then that sorts all your problems out anyway in terms of reversing. Which is the best touring site that you have visited in the United Kingdom? I know what mine is.
Well, there's been a few, but I think the one that stands out to me most of all could be Concierge camping.
That's the one I had, yeah. Concierge camping. We've done a video on it. I'll put a link below. So we don't need to go into too much detail in this video, except to say it's just top notch, isn't it? It's 5-star in
It's expensive.
every sense of the word.
You will pay more.
Yeah. You get what you pay for, don't you?
You do get what you pay for, and it is a cut above the rest, I guess.
And I think I said in the actual video, if you do watch it, that it's a bit like a hotel. You can get a travel lodge, a budget hotel, can't you? Or you can go and stay at the Ritz. What you're doing, you're getting a bed for the night, a bit of security, an overnight stop. How come one is like 60, 70, 80 pounds and the other is 1,000? What's the difference? Well, it's the quality, isn't it? It's the service. It's everything that they offer when you get there. And that's what Concierge is like. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's affordable for anybody, and I think it's a nice treat. But I just think by far the best site we've been to.
It's quite a nice area as well to visit places.
Lovely area, and the welcome we got there from all the staff was absolutely amazing. So if you want a little special treat, have a look at Concierge. However,
that's to say this is the new year and we're still on the lookout, so something might beat that this year.
Yeah, if anyone knows of any decent sites along those lines, 5-star, probably adult only, luxury sites that we've not visited, we're up for it. We want to go to places we've not been and do reviews so we can show you guys. And half the battle that we have is finding these places. They're all out there, aren't they? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Concierge Camping, I think we're both agreed on that, aren't we? And we haven't discussed this in advance. Next up, what's your favourite site in Norfolk? Club site and private site? Well, if you watch the channel, you'll know that Norfolk is our home county and we've done a lot of sites in Norfolk. What's your favourite club site in Norfolk?
Club site?
Yeah, Caravan and Motorhome or Camping and Caravan Club.
Probably Seacroft at Cromer.
Yeah. I was thinking...
It's got a little clubhouse and a swimming pool as well. And you can walk into the town, which is quite a bonus.
Well, we like Cromer a lot. That's the first thing to say. So Cromer's a lovely sort of place to visit in North Norfolk. And that's about as close as you can get to Cromer, isn't it, on that site? And it has got some good facilities. Hard standing, full service, all the usual bits and pieces. So I like that one, but I'm also, what's the one just up the road that we go to, West Runton, by the golf course?
Inkleborough Fields.
Inkleborough Fields. Big site, lots of slopes, lots of little cul-de-sacs, but I quite like that as well. And one of the reasons I like it is we tend to go on that little area called Church View.
Yeah.
So we're sort of up an incline a bit. We've got a fabulous view right over West Runton, and you can see the sea at night. It's quite a lovely view, isn't it? So I think they're probably my favourite club sites. Private site?
I think that probably is at Thought Market's Poppylands.
Yeah, Poppylands. That's one that we found a couple of years ago, and we instantly liked it. Adult only again. A little bit back from the coast. Thought Market's a little village, isn't it, in Norfolk?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what I think makes it is the owners. They're just fantastic. And it's nice and quiet. You like the honesty shop, didn't you?
Yeah, it was quite good.
Because you can go in there and pick up everything that you need.
And they've got chickens and different things.
And we are heading back there actually this year, so we'll mention that in terms of some of our plans in a little while. So Poppylands, have a little look. Again, I'll do a link below to the video that we did a couple of years ago, but we're going to do a fresh video this year. It's going to be quite different, so you'll see and hear about that in a little while. Where did you get the pebble effect mirrors in your caravan? And the reason I put this in because I've lost count the amount of times people have asked about this.
Yeah,
you found them, didn't you?
They're pretty good because they reflect and make the space look a little bit bigger, which takes the plainness off the back walls, which ours was a bit plain.
Yes.
And I got these off Amazon. You can get all different shapes and sizes and things, and we went for the pebbles. Yeah,
Helen's pretty good at the old interior design stuff. And you like the Caravans because it's got really neutral colours in it and not a lot of wood, don't you?
Yeah.
Our last Caravan was a lot of wood.
That's just my preference.
Yeah. But it was quite plain in places, so it really does break it up nicely, doesn't it? So where do we get them from? Amazon?
Amazon.
And there's a link in the description below every single video we do, which is a link to our Amazon store. So if you want to look at them or anything else, I think nearly everything we've got in that Caravan is from Amazon, isn't it?
Amazon's so easy though, isn't it? You look at it today, it's here tomorrow.
It's here in the morning.
Bella's barking.
Yeah, that's why Bella barks so much. Have a little look at our Amazon store. There's loads of stuff in that Amazon store. It's everything that we ourselves have bought for either ourselves or for the Caravan. So if you like the look of anything in the van, go to that store. Right, and then the final question that we're going to cover today, because this is going to be maybe a bit more detail on this, is actually what are your travel plans for 2024? So notwithstanding that Helen's got to have at least one, if not two, operations on her shoulders, that will potentially impact on our plans, but we've got plans in place, haven't we?
Well, it sounds like I might have one, and it'll be in mid-May.
Yeah.
So we can go before and after these, depending on how it's going to be.
Yeah. So we're at the near future. What we're doing in March, that's around the corner.
March, we've paid deposits and things, so we want to still go. We were going to go up to, is it St Ives?
Fields End Water's a site, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's called Doggington.
Nice. Yeah.
Just near St Ives, Cambridgeshire.
That looks quite a nice area, so we thought we'd go there. So we booked to go there for a few days.
Yeah, a few people actually of our subscribers recommended this site to us because we were looking at another site in St Ives, which actually looks like it's closed down and we couldn't get there. Can't quite remember the name.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. So there was one which is a mill, which someone recommended. We almost booked that. It's very close to booking. And the reason we didn't, and we went with Fields End Water instead, is because my sister lives a 5-minute drive from the Fields End Water site, which we didn't know, did we? So we could sort of kill two birds with one stone there. We can get a stay at this site and go and visit my sister while we're there.
She doesn't have a motorhome anymore, does she?
No, she doesn't. She's ditched the motorhome. But we thought we'd want to get another site. We've not planned another site yet, have we?
Yeah, I've had a look round and I've seen one, which doesn't look in a bad area. It's near Stamford, isn't it?
Oh, CL, yeah. No facilities
it's a
there.
little CL, and it's hard standing, which is good. It's £20 a night. You've got internet. However, you've no toilets and showers, so...
Which is not a problem. We've got facilities, but Helen doesn't like me using the toilet in the caravan. We have a portaloo.
Not.
We have a portaloo, which I have to go and use somewhere on the site, away from Helen. Yeah, so we may end up booking that site yet, but we are currently still looking for another site in that sort of Cambridge, Peterborough, Stamford area. Yeah,
nice sites in that area that we could just sort of tag on.
Yeah, let us know. But we're not far away because we'd have to be booking that in the next week or so, really. Right, that's March. April. Well, RAF Mildenhall and the Willows campsite opens in April, so we're already booked and paid.
Oh, incidentally, I've noticed that there's a load of club sites. They're not open until mid-March, sort of about the 15th. I don't know why that is.
Yeah.
Maybe the weather and the electric, and I don't know.
Probably getting ready for Easter. I think Easter's quite early this year. Yeah, so it's an interesting point that Helen makes about the club sites. Because another question that we've had is, are we going to be renewing our membership? And I think the answer is yes, we are, because we did say last year we weren't happy with the club, particularly the Caravan and Motorhome Club I'm talking about. As following a stay that we had at Great Yarmouth, wasn't it?
That was just the one site.
But we've found, I don't like the 1 o'clock thing for a start. I don't see why you have to wait till 1 o'clock to get on a site, because while we get your pitch ready, and invariably no one does anything to your pitch anyway. And if you're in an area where you're sort of hopping from one site to the next, and I know you can go and ask to stay longer and stuff like that, but sometimes you've got to be off a site at 11 or 12, and actually you've already arrived at the next one half an hour later. So that's fair enough. To have rules is fine. It's the way people speak to you, and I know of a few people, some of them are subscribers and some of them are fellow YouTubers, who have been spoken to like dirt, really. They've travelled 3 hours to get to a site, they've arrived 10 minutes early, and then they got spoken to like the school children. Are we renewing? Because I said I might not. The answer is we are going to renew, primarily because there are some club sites that we like to use, and they're convenient in terms of their location.
Gives you more choice if you want to go to different areas as well.
But also we've been enjoying some CLs lately, haven't we? I mean, the last site we went to in Suffolk, that was a Caravan and Motorhome Club CL. Yes. Without our membership, we could not have stayed there.
We couldn't have gone there.
So, but I mean, 68 quid's a bit sharp, I think, as well for what we get in. And come back to your point,
68 quid.
It's now £68, I think, to renew your membership. And coming back to your point, the vast majority of club sites are only open from March till what? November, October?
October usually.
So you're not even getting a year's membership, really. Well, you are, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, that's that. So April, RAF Mildenhall, because the Willows is open again. We love going down there, as you'll know if you're a regular. So we're back down there with the grandchildren, aren't we?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting for you.
And their new tent.
Yes. Also in April, we're going back to Poppylands, like we just mentioned. I don't want to give too much away, but it's going to be quite different, this one, isn't it? our Poppylands trip. You will have to watch it. I can't give anything away because we're sort of we're sworn to a little bit of secrecy, but it's going to be quite different, and we are really looking forward to the visit, aren't we?
Yeah, it should be pleasant. April should have warmed up a bit. That's the main thing.
So what else have we got planned in April? Back end of April, we're going to. Well, we start a tour that takes us through May, but it starts at the back end of April at Oxfordshire.
Yeah, we've got a family wedding on in Wales, and most of the family are staying in a hotel. But we thought we'll take the caravan and do like a 2-week holiday.
Yeah, and it starts at the back end of April. So we'll have Mildenhall, Poppylands, and then there's a Caravan Motorhome Club site. Having just said what I've said, there's a Caravan Motorhome Club site in Oxfordshire, very close to RAF Bryce Norton. Just can't remember the name of the site now, can you?
No.
I'll put it up below now. And we're just going to do a couple of nights there to break the journey up, and I want to go and see if I can see some planes, because I like aeroplanes. You do as well, don't you?
Yeah.
So I'll give us a couple of nights, and then, as Helen says, we're moving over into Wales. Now you've got, with your help, guys and girls, because we've had some lovely suggestions. I haven't made a note of all the places we're going to tell you now, but you will just need to stay tuned. We are definitely staying on sites that some of you have recommended to us, including one that you absolutely insisted that we stayed at because it's got a hot tub.
The one with the hot tubs.
Yeah. So we're going to go in and around the coast and up to sort of Cardigan Bay area, aren't we? So that's May. June, nothing booked, but we're contemplating maybe a Dorset, Devon, Cornwall tour.
Something like that. We were going to go to Scotland, but I don't want to go with the midges there. It'll just waste it. Yeah. So we'll probably go later in the year if we go up to there at all.
Yeah, we'll see. I know you want to go back to Scotland at some point, don't you? But we have said for the last 7 years since we've had a caravan, we've said we're going to go to Cornwall in it, and we've never ever been. So we thought maybe we could go Concierge, right, on the south coast, cut over sort of Dorset way. My nephew owns some holiday parks in the country. One of them's got a very nice touring site on it.
Yeah.
Somewhere in, I think it's Dorset, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Dorset.
And then we could maybe get over into Devon, then Cornwall, and make a couple of weeks out of that or something.
Yeah, we could do a little tour that way.
That might be June, so we'll see that for June. July, though, we are off on a rally. It's the Rose Inn pub rally. Posh Cats and Carol and Nick organised this. We went on one of theirs last year. It's off-grid, isn't it? You like off-grid, don't you?
I'm not a fan, no. The gas in the fridge, it made a terrible sort of peppery smell.
It didn't.
I didn't like it. I really didn't.
I can't. Did you mention the gas smell from the Caravan?
Yes.
Did you? No. Did you mention the smell of gas from the fridge last time?
I might have done once or twice.
Our first experience off-grid.
It's okay. There's a little bit of a smell. There's a little bit of a smell in the fridge because we've never had it on gas. It's okay so far.
I've noticed any difference, have you?
Not really, but there's a funny smell in the fridge.
I think you've mentioned that several times already.
Well, we've never been off-grid before, and I must say it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I do detect a funny smell from the fridge, which is the gas, but then we've never used it since we got it.
Look, listen, let me put your mind at rest. You don't need to worry about the smell of gas. I couldn't smell any gas, right? Helen's just a bit paranoid with gas and fire.
I admit it.
I couldn't smell any gas at all. We have the caravan service, it's all checked. We've got a gas leak detector, which I've done a video on. And I've got the answer to all your problems around smelling of gas. You don't even have to turn the gas on for the fridge this year, because have a look at this. Helen, good news. You no longer need to be paranoid about the smell of gas from the fridge when we're off-grid. This is a nifty bit of kit, and a big thank you to All Powers for sending this through to me. It's the R1500 solar package, and I will be doing a review video on this, and that'll be coming up very, very shortly indeed. So do look out for the video. A fantastic piece of kit. It's going to be the answer to all of our problems when we get off-grid. And as you would expect from All Powers, not only is there a great bit of kit in terms of the power bank itself, but 2 brilliant solar panels which are fold-up portable to go with it. And they're offering some fantastic discounts on this, so look out for the upcoming video on the All Powers R1500 solar package. So does that make you feel better?
Well, give it a go.
Give it a go.
It's only for a few nights, isn't it?
Well, it's only a couple of nights, and I think that little power bank, rather big power bank, that will service all of our needs, especially with those big solar panels it's got with it. So, just the job. And I think that takes us up to July. And although we haven't got anything else booked at the moment,
No.
we know full well that we'll be visiting lots of different places, won't we? Because we do a lot of last-minute local trips, don't we? Norfolk, Suffolk. We want to go to Church Farm at some point, at Aldeburgh, don't we?
We've never made it there yet. I mean, it is prone to flooding, so we haven't kind of made any arrangements for the beginning of the year, have we?
No, that flooding bit is early, late season, and it's only on some of the pictures.
Yeah.
If you've got any ideas of sites that either you've been to or you think we would like, then let us know, because we're pretty much got the freedom to go almost anywhere we want to, haven't we?
We have.
So I think particularly with Dorset, Devon and Cornwall in mind, if you've got any ideas on sites and recommendations for anywhere in that area, let us know. We do generally like to be by the sea. So I think we'll wrap it up there, shall we?
Yeah,
for this
that's
one.
about it. All covered.
So we've got plenty in the pipeline, plenty to look forward to. Bear with us because there could be some last minute alterations, particularly where Helen's health is concerned. That has to be our priority. We won't be selling the caravan or the house. I just might have to go back to work.
Now there's the thing. What a great idea.
Yeah. Well, you can get a new shoulder. You can go to work. Well, that's a good idea. Anyway, folks, like we always say, if you have been, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. And also hit the notification bell, because that'll let you know when all the videos are coming out.
So we have got things planned.
We have.
So keep tuned.
Yes, stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video coming your way very soon.
See you in the next one.
Bye for now.
Bye.